Hey, my Neon Lights. I am trying something new today. Uh, this is 10 Scary Videos Caught on Camera V6 by Mr. I've always had trouble pronouncing this word, so I am just going to move it up above my head. Right there is his name. There's my mark mouse. Right there, that is the name of the name of the channel. I've always had trouble with that. Even as a kid, I cannot say that without saying the other word that is something that you call a woman, and I'm not going to say that. So anyway, let's see the description. Today we take a look at the episode 6 of 10 scary and creepy videos accidentally caught on camera that no one can explain. This video is for educational, artistic, and documentary purposes. Okay, so let's see what we got here, shall we?
The following video was filmed.
Hold on a minute. I'm standing in front of this guy's logo. Let me move myself. Whoops. Almost pulled a Philly and flashbang to the world. Gotta move a few things around. Okay. There we go. Okay. Alright, here we go.
By a girl named Amy. She says that on this night, just before going to sleep, her younger sister came to her, completely terrified, and told her that she had seen someone inside the bathroom of their room.
Where?
He's tall.
He's tall? Do you still see him? Is he still in there?
Yeah.
Yeah? You want to show me where? In the shower? Okay. Are you sure you saw him?
Yeah.
So far I've noticed
Amy
nothing.
didn't find anything, but her sister was unusually frightened and kept insisting that she had seen someone in the bathroom. 2 days later, Amy heard a strange sound coming from the direction of the bathroom, so she started recording.
No offense, but that video is pretty grainy. I should know I've made a few mistakes like that, but that is like really grainy.
For context, Amy and her sister share the same room, which is why her sister can be seen sleeping on the opposite side. Fortunately, she is asleep, so she won't hear or see the terrifying thing that's about to happen.
I don't see anything. What was that? Something fell. But I can't make out what it is. It's so grainy.
That literally fell from up there.
It doesn't take much to knock those down. Literally, if you change the battery in it and you don't get it on there secure, you can actually knock them down. Some of them are even designed to fall down if should they become a hazard for whatever reason. It's like it could have just fell down because it was either old or it wasn't secured well, or someone just changed the battery and forgot to secure it back up there properly. Okay. Okay, I saw that. Hold on. Go back. Alright, hold on. Go back.
That literally fell from,
Okay, we're gonna mute you for a minute. Alright, we're gonna speed this back up a tiny bit. Back to normal. Because we already saw that part. And that's easily dismissed. Okay, now just let it play out. Because what I want you guys to see that made her jump and turn. I'm sure most of you saw it. For those who didn't, and I'm doing this without my glasses on, I need to put those back on. I took them off for a Laugh You Lose video. There, the blanket. Did you see it? But too far back, because now we're... okay. Alright, there we go. Okay, she sits on the bed, and then watch the corner of the blanket. In fact, it already looks slightly peeled. Okay, there. Given the unique positioning of that corner, you could easily have put that on a string, like a fishing wire, and it wouldn't be picked up on a grainy camera like that. It's gonna be yeah. It's like I said, you could easily put that on a fishing wire and not notice it.
Suddenly, the smoke detector falls from the ceiling on its own, and in the reflection of the mirror, the bed cover could be seen moving by itself in a frightening way, as if an invisible entity was there, pulling it. At that moment, Amy panicked. She believed...
I mean, honestly, the smoke detector falling and scaring someone isn't a big deal. Like, literally, I got one of those smoke detectors right now in my very, work area, and it could fall at any time. So it's not like it's, a big thing. Oh, as for the blanket, like I said, it could easily be fishing wire, and I know that because I've actually done that to someone, so it's not like it's impossible to occur.
...that these frightening events are connected to what her younger sister saw in the bathroom 2 days earlier, and that the house may now be haunted. What do you think?
Well, I already told you what I thought. Let's see.
Late at night, a mother was filming her daughter. The mother said that about 2 hours earlier, her daughter told her she had seen something scary in her room and didn't want to sleep there alone. While the mother was explaining what had happened, something suddenly happened. Something truly terrifying and chilling.
So, my daughter's sleeping with me in my bed tonight. She kept saying that she was really scared of something in her room.
Kids can do that. I know.
I'm a little bit shaky. I don't know if you guys can tell, but...
Admittedly, it's creepy, Well, I mean, oh, no wonder the kid's having nightmares. There's like a severed arm right there.
So this is the same toy that used to go off in the past. And it's always terrified me since. So I would ask it questions and it would answer with noises.
Okay. Okay.
With noises.
Oh, okay. First of all, okay, let me back up a few seconds. First of all, this thing's a severed arm. That is not a standard toy anyway. You could easily put a small sensor-triggered motion detection motor in there, and it would do that. You could even put up a remote thing on it, like how you if you got all right, great example. It's first time I used it because I bought myself a car recently. First time I ever used it at home. When my neighbor next door was standing outside, my car started, and she's like freaking out. And I have a remote start car, is what it is. And she's like freaking out, and she comes in there, and she's like, "Your car started," and it's like, "Yeah, I know, I turned it on." It's like, it's not. I mean, you could easily set up a small motor to do the same thing. So I need something better than that.
At first, she heard the sound of a toy turning on by itself, so she went to investigate.
Furbies do that all the time. Those things are forsaken.
Then, the doll's finger moved on its own in a frightening way. The woman felt terrified and ran away.
Ask it questions and it would answer with noises.
At first, the mother thought her daughter's story was just imagination, but after everything she saw, she is now sure that her daughter was telling the truth and that her house might be haunted. So, what do you think?
I don't know.
A man named Jack runs a YouTube channel dedicated to exploring abandoned buildings. Late one night, he and his brother decided to explore an old high school in Ohio. The building had been abandoned for years. It was built in 1914, and many people believed it was haunted. At first, when the two brothers entered, everything seemed normal. After that, they started hearing noise and strange sounds.
So he's using other people's stuff.
Dude. That was boom, 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 boom. That was running. That was running.
I heard absolutely nothing.
Dude.
If that building was made back in, what do you say it was, like 1918 or whatever? Of course they heard movement. It's the building falling apart. That's why they tell you not to go into abandoned buildings all the time.
So guys, we are going to... Has this been on? What was that?
That's an auditorium.
What the actual... was that?
They couldn't find the source of the sound or anything that could explain those strange noises. But when the brothers split up and each went to explore a different direction, suddenly something very terrifying happened.
That's why you never split up.
Switchboard, please change mode on. Say last word is that. Holiday, rewind, so, rewind.
Jake! Oh my god, Jake! Was that inside? Yeah. Shh.
Get down here now. Now get down here, dude.
No, you come with me, bro. That was on my level.
Call the cops on my phone now. Call the cops. Call the cops. Call the fucking cops. Just get down. Turn the lights off.
While exploring the basement, Jack suddenly heard what sounded like gunshots inside the building. Panicked, he and his brother quickly hid inside one of the rooms and called the police.
That was gunshots. That was gunshots. Just sit down. Turn the light off.
I'm at the old Liberty High School. There's shots fired. Please come here quick.
Okay, stand on my face. Are you guys in a safe spot right now, hiding?
Kind of, but not really.
Did you see anything?
No, we just heard the gunshots right outside and I ran up here. And then we hear them entering. Or it sounds like it.
Okay, where does it sound like the shots came from?
Outside by on the north side.
Minutes later, the police arrived at the location to investigate.
Put your hands up. Pull a stick out. Thank you all.
Yep.
We go over here.
You guys armed at all?
No, we have nothing.
Are you the callers?
Yes, yeah, we are.
So what happened?
Well, we're in
Back here.
We're in here filming a ghost video of all things, and I was kind of standing down here in the cellar, and it sounded like it had to have been like in this parking lot, just like 7 shots. So I ran up to him where he was up in the gymnasium, and we just heard like rattling on the door, and that's when we were like, yeah, we should probably call.
The brothers came outside, but their cameras were still recording inside. The officers entered the building to investigate. They found no armed individuals, no intruders, nothing. But what they discovered was far more disturbing.
Sheriff's Office, security, or make yourself known.
I don't think it wants you to know. But so far, it's just been unconfirmed sounds.
I heard something, and then I literally saw something. I saw
What is
There's nobody in there, but there's something in there. Are you serious?
For real?
nobody in there, but there's something in there. Probably an animal. Largely.
What?
I mean, that's about the only thing that would be in
For
an
real?
abandoned building.
So right there on the second floor,
Yes.
we were looking this way. I heard pitter patter, like that, along that, what would that be? The east wall. Yeah. And then he hears it at the end of the hallway, and as I'm taking my light down, I see something go like
No
across.
Are you guys dead ass?
Swear.
You have
And then
body
we were
cam?
like, no. But we were
They
talking
don't
about
talk
you
like
guys.
cops.
Let's just black out for a second. So we went completely black in there, and all of a sudden we heard movement behind us, and we just ran
For real?
because there's nobody in there.
Okay. Dude.
I've never seen anything like that before. That's actually scared me. Good luck.
Damn. All right. Well. Great.
So if you guys need anything else,
Either these
or
cops be hired.
Yeah.
Preferably if it's a human being, let us know.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we appreciate you guys.
Either these
checking.
cops be hired and part of it, or they are.
The officers ran out of the building, completely terrified. They said that they heard strange sounds and saw horrifying things they couldn't explain, things they had never seen before. So, what do you think?
Dude, what the is happening? The cops saw a ghost. Yeah, I don't know. Guys, we're gonna get out of here as fast as we can. When in the history of paranormal have you seen cops on camera run out of a damn building and say good luck and leave? Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. I just wanted to point this out.
They couldn't explain, things
Not
they had
that
never
thing.
seen before. So,
That looks
what
like
do you
the
think?
space witch from Voltron.
Dude, what the is happening? The cops saw a ghost. Yeah, I don't know. Guys, we're gonna get out of here
Okay, so now this building is supposed to be abandoned, which means it's not supposed to have any electricity, but these lights are clearly on, the ones above their heads.
as fast as we can. When in the history of
Yeah, right there. Those are on. If this is an abandoned building, that means it has no electricity, no running water, no sewage. Those lights should not be on. They should
have you
not be
seen
working.
cops on camera run out of a damn building and say good luck and leave? Yeah.
A woman named Rosanna moved into a new apartment in France. However, only a few days passed before strange and mysterious things began happening inside the apartment, things she couldn't explain. But on this night, something happened that left Rosanna completely terrified. Late at night, while she was alone at home, she started hearing strange noises coming from her child's playroom. She went to investigate, but what happened next was truly horrifying.
Are you kidding me? It's a hamster ball, right? Okay, so first of all, the light rolling on the floor. The light rolling on the floor could easily be explained by a simple breeze. Now, launching off into the other room, there are actually remote control toy balls. As stupid as that sounded, it was, I think about 10 years ago, maybe a little more. It was a neat little doodad where it was basically a remote control ball. Like, hey, you want to know a great example of a remote control ball? The BB-8 toy that they sell for all the Star Wars stuff. That is basically just a ball. And it could easily have gone that fast. It would not take much to convert the technology that makes that toy work into something like that. Is that a penguin? Yeah, it's a penguin toy. Okay, hold on. There's a lot going on in this room. Hold on. Whatever that is, I could have easily pushed the rabbit toy down. I'm gonna slow it down again, mute it, because we know how messed up the sound gets. Okay. There sits the rabbit. Yeah, whatever that was, it looked like it was pushing the rabbit forward. So it could have been a spring-loaded thing. Again, you could easily set up a toy car, because they make toy cars that size that are spring-loaded. You could easily set it up to eventually just roll on its own. It's her own reflection. It has to be. It's her own reflection in the window. Oh my god. Because it's the toy in her hand. She's holding the toy in her hand.
The toys started moving and operating on their own. But when Rosanna entered the room, she suddenly saw in the reflection of the window glass a person standing directly behind her. She turned around immediately, but there was no one there. Then she saw that figure again in the glass reflection. After that, it vanished in the blink of an eye.
This is probably her hand holding the camera. That's her head there.
At that moment, Rosanna was overcome with fear and fled the apartment immediately. It is believed that the mysterious entity that appeared in the glass reflection is the reason behind the terrifying events that keep happening. What do you think?
I think she was afraid of her own shadow. That's what I think.
Late at night, a man was driving a taxi, heading home after finishing his shift. Suddenly, a woman appeared on a dark road, waving at him. He stopped to pick her up, thinking she was just a normal passenger. But then, something strange and unexpected happened.
I've seen people do that before. They're usually double jointed, but that... I don't know. She's probably just making faces and being weird.
Suddenly, her features changed, and she began moving in a very unusual way. Then she opened her mouth in a terrifying, unnatural manner, as if she wasn't human. The driver noticed this at the last moment, and he was completely terrified, but he didn't know what to do.
I think she was just unhinged. You've added sound effects.
Most viewers in the comments said she wasn't an ordinary woman, and that she was possessed. So, what do you think?
No offense, but I've seen people who are not possessed and do that kind of stuff. So no, I think she was just being creepy.
A man regularly posts videos on his account of himself singing and playing guitar, but there was one video on his account that was completely different, and it quickly went viral, reached more than 3 million views in a short time. Late at night, while the man was driving on a deserted road in the middle of a forest in Australia, he suddenly found
Oh crap! Australia? God almighty, no, no, no. Australia has all kinds of crazy critters.
himself face to face with something that terrified him completely.
Like, I can't see anything, like, right through here. All I see is what looks like maybe a pair of legs that could even belong to an animal. I mean, I have no idea, man. Oh no, it's a person.
this. Seen way too many horror movies for this. F***ing hell. You're
Dude, it could
a
just...
psycho, mate.
Yeah, that's all it could be, is just some loony standing in the street.
Out of nowhere, a strange figure appeared, standing motionless in the middle of the road. At first, the man felt afraid and stopped, unable to continue. But after a moment, he decided to move forward.
Well, either those are rain boots or jack boots. I couldn't tell you which ones. If they're jack boots, it's not a good sign.
F***ing hell. You're a f***ing psycho.
The man says that the figure's face was completely dark and without any features. He believes it wasn't a normal human being. What do you think?
I think with grainy footage like that, I can't really make an informed opinion.
A man named Sam works as a truck driver transporting goods in Southeast Asia. He regularly posts videos on his account while driving his truck. One night, Sam was driving along an isolated road deep in the forest, a place locals say is haunted. Around midnight, while he was crossing a bridge, his truck suddenly broke down.
Ya bener sampean, Apa jenenge? Tibake mesinku sing keder. Oh, wis tak servis ya, Lur ya. Hawane.
Sam couldn't understand why the truck had broken down so suddenly, because he says that he's just recently had the truck checked and serviced. While Sam
I could understand someone messed with the truck. That's what they did.
Was checking the truck, something terrifying happened.
Aku saiki ngomong yo, mambune moro-moro mambune gak enak lho. Mambu melati campur amis. Sapa iku? Sapa? Si ambu amis lur yo. Ayo. Sapa? Tuk, sapa iki? Welut.
Okay, those are definitely feet and legs. I can't get a clean look at them. Let me see if I can get a better look. Oh, yeah. Trying to get it keeps going too far forward. Smells weird here. Smells like jasmine mixed with something fishy. Okay, well, he just described, I happen to know that certain ancient cultures used to use jasmine to cover up the scent of the dead. Because of, well, bodies smell when they begin to decompose. So they would often use things like jasmine or other strong smelling flowers to try and cover up the odor. Something tells me that if he didn't smell the jasmine before, because jasmine is also sometimes used as a perfume or other things. So there's a good chance that somebody's messing with him, or he's just telling us what we want to hear. Okay, now, here we go. He's gonna say, "Hey, who's there?" And then he's gonna look under the truck. This dude's got actually really good camera, surprisingly. All the others were so grainy and distorted, and this is pretty sharp. Here we go, we're getting closer. He's gonna look under the truck. His tires look a little bald, dude. You might need to get those replaced. Gas tank. Exhaust pipe, and there they are. There's some sort of feet and legs, but I can't tell if they're the feet and legs of a person or an animal. Because some animals have like long feet. And I noticed that those legs were hanging, dangling in the air, which means that someone could have been hanging onto this bar while dangling over and then crawling on top of his truck.
Hey, walot. Walot. Huh?
Yeah, like they could be balled up feet or they could be animal feet. I can't tell because they're so distorted. And yet the camera clears right
Sam
up.
began to smell something horrible, and suddenly he sees someone's bare feet that seem to be floating just above the pavement on the other side. But when he went to check, there's no one there. At that moment, he felt terrified, and he ran away from the truck and go find some help.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't.
A girl named Emily, who works as a delivery woman. Recently, she posted terrifying videos on her account that quickly went viral. Emily says that on this particular night, she experienced the most terrifying moment of her life.
Kitty!
While delivering an order to a house late at night, something frightening and unexpected happened.
Dude, the only way that handle would be like this if someone turned it.
Hello? I have your DoorDash order. Can you put it on the stool, please? I'm not really supposed to come into houses. It's just inside the door. It doesn't really matter how far it is. I'm not supposed to. Please? It's,
don't go into that. That is a trap.
It's a kind of... Can't you just come to the door? It's just kind of a safety hazard for me to come in the house.
No, I can't come to the door. Can you put it on the stool?
How about I give it to the cat?
It's easy, it's just inside.
I'll just leave it here. I'm not allowed to come inside, and I will not come inside.
Run, kitty.
It's not hard.
Yeah, no.
Many people in the comments said Emily made the right decision
Yeah,
when
she
she
did.
chose not to enter the house. There might have been someone or something hiding behind the door. However, a few
guaranteed.
days later, while Emily was alone at home, she suddenly heard a noise coming from the direction of the door.
Don't open that door. Don't open it.
first, she thought it was just an animal, but as she got closer, she heard a strange and terrifying noise that left her completely frightened.
It was a voice.
And that wasn't all. About a week later, while returning home late at night, Emily noticed that a car was following her.
I see a road cone right there. Oh yeah, time to leave.
So, what do you think? Was the person following her connected to what happened before, or what?
Oh, definitely. What it is some creepy kidnapper, stalker type shit going on. That's what that was. She made an absolute massive, major, super cool call by not going into that house. And that person picked her out. They knew that she was like a DoorDasher or an Uber Eats or whatever. And they've been stalking her, and they were trying to lure her in using that app. That's what that shit was. Damn.
Was that earlier incident something unnatural, something beyond explanation, with no connection to that person? Share your theories in the comments.
Oh, I've seen those. Those are blackout suits. They're designed to look like you're basically a living shadow. Makes you almost impossible to see tactically.
A ghost hunter named Alex went late at night to explore an abandoned house.
Alex!
Suddenly,
Cool name,
he began
buddy.
hearing a strange, loud noise coming from a nearby wardrobe. The mirror on the wardrobe burst outward, sending sharp shards of glass flying towards Alex,
Something
barely
came
missing
through
him.
the window.
But there was something even more terrifying that Alex didn't see.
That could have just been powder, but
When the mirror broke, a bizarre shadow figure appeared, comes flying right out of the mirror,
I've seen gunpowder do that. Actually, there was something that came through it to break it like
moving
that.
so fast that Alex doesn't even notice. He checks the inside the wardrobe, but there's nothing there.
Yeah, I see the wardrobe. It's leaning up against the wall. I'm thinking there's probably a passage behind it, because there really could be, because if you look up here, you can see a bar, and this part of the wall is kind of just hanging there instead of actually attached. And there's these draped cloths, which could be easily hiding something there. So there could actually have been a passage, but in fact, in old antique houses, it was actually not uncommon for a wardrobe to be used as a secret passage into another room.
The following video was posted on YouTube in 2013. It was filmed by a young boy who was home alone with his brother. While the boy was sitting in the living room, playing on the table with a small skateboard, something suddenly happened, something terrifying and completely unexpected.
I remember those. Those used to be like all the rage.
Bruno!
All he did was kick the chair, man.
Bruno!
Chair could easily have been on it.
Se movió la
I saw the cat. It was the cat. The cat did it. It used like fishing string to move the chair.
silla.
¿Real?
Sí.
Las mejores.
Tipo, es de arquitecta.
According to the source, this family had moved into the house only a few months earlier. However, they began hearing strange noises inside the house that they couldn't explain. As days passed, these incidents became more intense and more frightening.
Yeah, I mean,
because of this, they believed the house might be haunted. What do you
really,
think?
Dude. Well, I won't give you a subscribe, but I am going to give you a like. Let's see. Minimize or to exit full screen. Give you a like, but that last one, you could have easily put like a little belt around the cat, and the cat could have easily have just pulled that chair like that, because those chairs are not very heavy. And I know that simply because I used to have some like that, so I know they're not very heavy at all. An animal like the size of a cat could easily drag it. As for the door, well, it was halfway closed when they looked up at it as it slammed shut, so could have just been someone standing there and yanked it closed. That was pretty cool. If you guys want to go to this fellow's channel, I can't say the name because I can't pronounce it. I've been that way ever since I was a child. I cannot say that without saying the other word, which will get me in trouble with YouTube. But go to his channel, give him a like and a subscribe and a comment, because that's the way YouTube works now. Okay. But yeah, go ahead and do that. I really need to learn how to do stuff like this. Like, open link, save link as, copy link. That's what I need to start being able to do, but most of the time I'm offline when I edit these things, so I can't just copy the links. Anyway, see, I wished I could do this stuff online. It would be so much easier. But anyway, give this dude a subscribe, like, and comment. That was actually a pretty good video, despite the fact that I kind of just disbelieved most of it, and some of it debunked, to be honest. But not bad, actually. Not bad at all. So if you're feeling a little spooky my neon lights, just remember, no matter how spooky you feel, always shine brightly in the dark, and the darkness can't beat you. Alright, my neon lights. Bye.